Yeah.
We're back. We're back.
I can't believe people actually missed us. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought people would be like, wow, some reprieve.
Finally. A break.
Finally, these people shut up.
Oh,
People were doing welfare checks.
I know. Crazy.
God forbid we had nothing to say, guys.
Nah, there was actually
And it's not even our fault. It's the fault of, like, the TV
scheduled
places.
programming.
Yeah. Nothing good had come out.
Nothing to report either.
But now...
Quiet news week.
But now, we can yap.
Yippity yip.
What's going on, dude?
Not a lot. I've been real tired this week.
Oh, yeah. I'm just off everything.
I've been feeling real fat, ugly, and just unmotivated. I'm in a bit of some may say I'm in a bit of a rut.
Mood. I cancelled 3 of my Pilates classes this week.
Yeah, I've only gone like 3 times to gym this week.
I said,
yeah.
Why would I want to do that? Absolutely not for me.
Yeah. Not vibing it this week. I'll be real with you.
I just need to lay down, stare at the ceiling, and just there's too much going on.
Like I say, I'm not doing a lot. Like people are like, oh, what have you been up to? I'm like, nothing. But like I feel like I'm still doing things, just nothing worth reporting.
Yeah.
And that in itself is too much.
Like working, not worth talking about. Going to the gym, not worth talking about. Catching up with like just doing like scheduled family.
Yeah, cleaning my house.
Coffee catch-ups, whatever, not worth talking about. Cleaning your house, not worth talking about. Like food shopping, not worth talking about.
It is so exhausting being a functioning adult, and no one talks about it enough.
Yeah, a solo person.
All right, so glad you brought it up. It is painful. Like, don't get me wrong, being single is so peaceful. So peaceful. It is painful doing everything by yourself.
Yeah, but, I mean, not that I know any different, but I cannot imagine having a partner and then, like, sharing the load or, like, having some... Because that, to me, I think it's because I've been single for so long, but I'm like, literally just leave me alone to do it.
Yeah.
Like, no one else is competent. Do you know what I mean?
Like, it's just so much more expensive because you're paying for everything by yourself.
You know what? Maybe we're actually really fucking good.
Wait...
Look how successful. We do it all ourselves.
Like, yeah, absolutely. But it's exhausting having to do it all yourself. But then you bring a man into the picture and then you're like, oh, well then if you have a partner, you end up doing fucking double anyway because then you're doing all the shit that he doesn't do.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not like you bring a man into the picture and suddenly you're splitting it 50-50. Yeah. You're just adding more to your own plate.
Yeah, exactly. So damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah. But it's exhausting.
God forbid a girl just wants to lay in bed, watch Vanderpump Rules and play Monopoly.
Like, I fucking love my job. Do not get me wrong. But it is exhausting working full time. Having to travel to work. Having to make sure that I'm eating right. Mm-hmm. Having to make sure I'm exercising.
Showering.
God forbid I want to get 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Gotta clean myself.
Yeah.
Regularly, apparently. Coco starts gnawing at the bars of her enclosure if she doesn't get walked every day.
Yeah.
Like, washing. Gotta make sure I have clean clothes to wear.
Yeah.
Washing of plates.
Okay, so...
Like, it keeps fucking going. It never ends.
Imagine all of that, and then you've got 2 kids.
It could absolutely always be worse. Like...
I was saying to last Friday, it was like me and Nat in the office, and I was like so excited that I got to go home that night. It was the end of the week. I was going to like have a shower, put my PJs on, lay in bed in just silence, right? And
I can't imagine having kids on top of that.
And I actually looked at her and I was like, because she was saying that she's got to go to like her in-laws' house and then the kids have sport and like, you know, whatever, all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I went, if I was sitting here on a Friday afternoon and then I remembered that it doesn't end. I just clock out to do my second job that I don't even get paid for. I would end up on the news.
Absolutely.
I couldn't hack it.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I actually don't know how people do it. I don't.
No.
That's it. That's topic of conversation. That
Like a free breakfast at primary schools is the minimum mum should be getting.
Oh, yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing back in my day, but I'm glad that they've brought that in.
Is that a thing now?
Yeah. Yeah.
For all schools, they get free breakfast.
Well, no, I don't think so, but...
I think it's just for, like, the lower income schools, isn't it? Free breakfast.
No, like, for the mums, like, you bring your parents in.
Oh.
And it's like a Mother's Day thing, and they have, like, Mother's Day stores, and you can, like, buy gifts for your mum and stuff.
Yeah, but then you think about, like, what is on offer at these stores, because the parents at work talk about it, and they say to their kids, stop buying these shit from these stores. These stores are trash. Cut it out.
Nah, God bless mums, man. Couldn't be me.
Oh, yeah. Shut up.
Yeah, couldn't fucking be me.
That does bring me to, just before I came here, I saw a TikTok of, I think it's like the mayor or something in, what it was, like this Suffolk County or whatever in the US. And for Mother's Day, the government, they'd created these massive boards, and it was a list of all the big deadbeat dads, and it was ranked on who owed the most in child support.
I love that.
And it was like this full like public call out being like, if you recognize one of these deadbeat dads that owes hundreds of thousands in child support, ring us and report us and we'll put them in jail.
Oh my God.
Like, yes, bring back public humiliation.
More of that.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
That, you know what?
Call them out.
A council does that, immediately I'm moving there.
Oh.
That is for me.
Yeah.
Oh, it felt good to watch that. What else? Oh, mate, we have a new pope. Everyone.
New pope.
What a fucking twist of fate.
How
An
crazy.
American pope.
Americano.
That's crazy. I woke
Pop
up.
Americano.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I woke up and saw that news and I actually went, oh, like, you know, the Trump stuff and the whole shit that's going on with America, and then to have an American pope, and I was like, this is it. I have 7 days to live now. But then I looked into it, and I don't think this dude's all that bad. He has spoken out against the Trump administration, doesn't like JD Vance, and
the murderer of Pope Francis. Pope Francis' murderer. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
I don't know how progressive, because I don't know the details, but apparently he's like more like middle ground progressive leaning. Yeah. And he hasn't lived in the US for most of his life anyway. So he's basically Australian as far as I'm concerned. But I also love that you get to pick your own name. And it's just not, I thought it would, I don't understand why it's not just like Pope Danica Brown. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I like that they can change that.
Okay,
name.
so you've been crowned Pope, and they go, what do you want your papal name to be?
Papal fish. Papal toad.
Papal Fisher.
Yeah.
And Danica's just like
Papal
doing this on the fucking
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
man.
would your name be?
Oh, Pope Judas, 100%.
Slay.
And then I'd have the congregation sing, Judas, Judas, what have you done? For 30 silver pieces you betrayed everyone. And I'd be like this, clapping in the background.
You've thought about this before.
Yeah, I have. The Met Gala happened.
Met Gala.
I want to talk about the Met Gala.
Okay.
So
The floor is yours.
I haven't shut up yet, so to be honest.
It's fine.
So the 2025 Met Gala theme was superfine tailoring black style, which I was excited for because I love a pantsuit. I just think everyone looks good in a pantsuit.
Mm-hmm.
You feel good in a pantsuit.
Here.
It's super flattering and it's great. You look good for work. You look good for like dinner. Like can't go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So then the carpet happened. What are your thoughts on everyone's looks? What if I read through some names?
I probably won't know them.
No, you will. So Rihanna.
Yeah, it was alright.
Rihanna is such a big name that goes to the Met Gala. I was expecting something full on. And like everyone was raving about her look. But I think she looks like Mr. Waternoose, whatever his name is, from Monsters, Inc.
Oh, the guy with heaps of eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think she looks like. I did not like it. I didn't think, I don't know. I hated the thing on the back where it's like the arms crossed over.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it was okay. Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton looked good,
Yeah.
but it was pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's just a well-tailored pantsuit.
Which I guess fits the brief.
Yeah, but ASAP Rocky wearing what I thought was just a rain jacket, essentially. He looks good, but the ones that really stood out to me, Teyana Taylor.
Yeah, she fucking slapped.
That has to be the best look of the Met Gala for this year. Like, I want that whole outfit. Imagine walking into a meeting wearing that. That is...
Doechii's was an interesting one because at first glance I was like, girl, what you doing?
I liked it.
But then the more I looked at it, the more I was like, I
loved it.
Kind of slays.
She had fun with it kind of thing. The ones that I was really like, I leant towards were well-tailored pantsuit styles, but there was lots of layers, maybe different textures to them. Like Teyana Taylor is a good example of that. Zendaya looked really good, but again, basic white suit. Hailey Bieber, that was just offensive.
Yeah, period.
Do you know who really rocked me in not a good way? Dua Lipa.
I don't even think I saw her outfit. Let me look it up.
Hated her look. And then for Callum Turner to show up in just a basic black and white suit.
Girl, what you doing?
Like, you could have done so much more. Like, I'm talking about Callum Turner here. And to show up in a basic ass suit and a receding hairline is so offensive to the theme. It's not even funny.
Criminal.
Who else did I like? I liked Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
I liked Kim Kardashian. Just looked like she was dressing up for Halloween as like Michael Jackson.
I reckon her look was the best out of all the Kardashians though, which isn't saying much because the rest of them flopped, but
I reckon I preferred Kylie's.
No.
Okay.
Respectfully, no.
That's fair. Who else is in here? Sabrina Carpenter, the no pants look. Now, she said that because she was in Louis Vuitton, styled by Pharrell Williams. And she was like, Pharrell took one look at me and was like, you're so short, we're not putting pants on you, kind of thing. Does she look hot? Yes. Do I like this outfit? No. I don't know. I just think wear pants. Like, it's literally suiting. You can't imagine if I didn't wear pants to work.
Again, you'd end up on the news.
I actually really like Nicki Minaj's look.
Minky Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. Who else? I really like Doechii. Cardi B.
Cardi B looked good.
I like it. Do you know what she looks like though? She looks like that professor from Harry Potter in number 2, Gilderoy Lockhart. That's what she looks like. Yeah, I loved Keke Palmer. Everyone was loved Diana Ross, and I think she looked great, but it's pretty much the exact same thing that Rihanna wore that time in the yellow, just a different color, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yep.
Who else? Some of the men really stepped up. The problem is the ones that I all really liked, I actually have never seen these people before and don't know their names.
Oh, that doesn't help anyone, does it?
Doja Cat was Jenny from Blackpink. Really liked
Jenny from the block.
Really liked her outfit. Trying to see who else. Hunter Schafer.
Yeah.
Loved their look. Jeremy Allen White is so short. It needs to be. But get this. He's short and he wore pants.
Yeah.
So what's the problem? Sabrina Carpenter. Sabby Carp. I loved the carpet this year. I think navy blue might be one of my favourite colours.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God, Central C actually looks good.
Nah, very basic though.
I know, but he usually looks like he hasn't showered in weeks. Arthur Jafar. That's a cool vibe. I like what's going
From
on
Aladdin.
there. Lauren Halsey. Like the Fear of God brand did well, actually. All the looks that I liked are not in the article that I'm looking at, so that's super helpful. Look at like Met Gala Fear of God. All of those outfits are actually slay. They're the best ones.
What is Fear of God?
I don't know. Never heard of it before until I'm looking at this. But every single outfit I've looked at, I'm like, that is sick. Oswald Botang. That's another brand that, or like designer that has done some sick looks on the cup. A lot of like color. That one's cool. This one here, Alton Mason in Boss. That was my favorite male look, I reckon. That one there.
Yeah, that's a slay. That's what you need to bring. You know who else looked really cool and fucking dandy? Janelle Monáe.
Yes. Thank you. Is that the Tim Burton-esque?
Yeah, with
one?
the little eyeglass.
Yeah, it kind of scared me a little bit.
Yeah.
I was a bit scared, but I
Very
liked
fun.
it. Some notable people were missing from the Met Gala this year.
Who?
No Ariana Grande,
Okay.
please. Like, only my favorite person in the whole world. No Blake Lively, which is huge because Blake Lively usually does really well on the carpet, but she...
Not an ally.
I mean, it makes sense because she's in this massive legal battle. And I was thinking about it beforehand, and I'm like, to be completely honest, I don't want her to go because I'm sick of having to hear about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking over it now. Okay, this is crazy. Look at this. Amelia Gray.
There's a lot going on there. Lots to unpack.
It's the Spanx showing for me. Have you seen what Vera Wang wore?
No.
You should have a look because it's actually insane. Stormzy looked good. It was basic, but I mean,
yeah.
man looks good.
Oh, okay.
Right? Madonna, that's cool. See?
Yeah.
I like that. I'd wear that. Madonna looks sick as shit. Who is that? Don't know who that is. Don't know.
Anyway, all in all,
Do you know? Interestingly enough, I reckon this might be one of my favorite. This and the Catholic theme one
Yeah, the Catholic theme one was very nice.
are my favorite thing. But I'm such a sucker for a suit.
Yeah.
I really am. Yeah. I really liked it. I think it's pretty fucking hard to not follow a tailoring suit theme. So it was nice to see 90%.
I feel like some designers and stylists just hit the brief more than others.
Yeah.
And like, you should be denied entry if you're not to theme.
I saw Gigi Hadid being interviewed and she was talking about the inspiration behind her look, which was a dress. Like, looking at it, it didn't hit the theme. But then like the story behind it was, about this woman who was like, I don't know, I think like the first woman in tailoring or something along those lines. And I'm like, okay, great story. The story's on theme, but how the fuck do I get that
From a dress.
from looking at your dress?
Yeah.
Like, let's, it needs to be more obvious, I think. But the Met Gala happened. Australia's version of the Met Gala happened, which was the federal election. Crazy fucking results there. Like, glad that Labor won, but I cannot believe how much Liberal lost by. And the fact that, like, there's no Liberal seats in Metro Adelaide. Dutton lost his entire job.
Eat the rich.
Adam Bant from the Greens lost his seat.
See you later.
I thought the Greens were going to do way better than what they did this year.
I thought they would, seeing as I feel like everyone on Instagram was like, vote Greens.
Yeah.
Where did those votes go?
Do you know what I did learn, right? Is a lot of people, I would say older people. So this year, I would say, maybe this year, maybe previous years, more than ever, the Greens have gone away from being just about climate change and the environment. And now they're like...
Medicare.
Other things.
Abolish HEX.
People hate that. People are like, no, the Greens need to just stick to climate change and environment, right? And I was like, well...
Why?
But I would never vote someone to be Prime Minister who only looks at one thing. Like, you need to care about all these other things for me to vote for you. And then the people that I was talking to, they were like, yeah, but that's the point. Is like the Greens will never be Prime Minister. It's more about how many seats they hold in the Senate. And so, like, I think older people see the Greens as like they keep both parties accountable from an environment point of view. So they're happy for them to have a chunk of seats in the Senate. And that's it. And I'm like, well, yeah,
it's a two-party system at the end of the day.
It would be nice if people explain that to me beforehand.
Like, if you're voting Greens in the Senate, you're essentially like throwing away your vote.
In the Senate or like for the Prime Minister job?
I don't know. One of them.
The short piece of paper is the one you're talking about.
Yeah, the short piece of paper. If you're not voting Liberal or Labor, you might as well just not vote. Like,
yeah,
because there will always be a two-party system.
Yeah, I did.
But for the other bit,
the big one,
is that the House of Reps?
Yeah,
yeah, that go your hardest.
Yeah, that one I voted Greens first.
Yeah,
and then my short paper I was like put Labor first.
Yeah.
But yeah, they literally walked away with nothing, which is.
Crazy. I think someone was saying to me, it probably could have been you, that like the votes for Greens was so like all over the gaff that it didn't collate to one seat.
Because I'm pretty sure they had more, like this is the most they've ever had like in terms of votes, but it was just spread too thin across all the electorates, so it never really added up to anything. Like you actually have to win electorates to like not even Adam Bant could keep his seat, and the dude's pretty cool. I liked him.
He's cool, yeah.
I liked him, but
damn.
Let's talk about shit that matters, guys, which is Love Triangle on Stan.
Crazy.
You've got me. You've charmed me.
About time too.
I fucking love this show.
So good.
I need to go back and watch the other seasons. I've completely forgot that I haven't even watched them. So for those who rudely have either forgot or don't listen to us, Love Triangle is this Australian reality TV show on Stan. It's made by the producers of Maths, and someone will go in there as the single, and then they'll get the contacts for two people, and they get to text them for a little bit, pick one to go on a date with, and then the one that they go on a date with, they move into a house with, and then halfway through the experiment, the other person moves in, so that all three of them are living together, dating one another, which is absolutely fucking batshit crazy. But I'm obsessed. So, because you spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, the first few episodes. So since then, Bernie is like this. Where is he from? He's European of some sort.
No, he's like South American. He's like Latino.
Oh, I was thinking like Portugal or something.
Oh, maybe. He could be Portuguese.
I think you're probably right. Yeah.
You're probably right.
He's not Australian, let's put it that way.
Say? So there's a bit of flavour in there.
He comes in, he's like, I don't know, he's a self-proclaimed fuckboy. And he likes his match at first, but then he meets Chloe, who is another single who's dating two women, at like the first dinner party, and he's like, you are the love of my life. And then in the episode just gone, well, it was kind of at the end of the one before that, he gives her this letter at the end of the dinner party, and she reads it like the next day, and it's basically him being like, I pick you. You are everything that I want. I don't want my two people. I want you. And she's like, what the fuck? Because meanwhile, Chloe's been paired with Beck and Emma, and she was like, okay, happy to date both of them, whatever. But then they started dating each other as well.
Yeah,
and she was like,
that's not right.
And now Chloe's like all confuzzled. And then at the dinner party from Sunday night's episode, her and Bernie go and sneak out on the balcony.
Little smoochy smooch.
And they start kissing.
Yeah. No, I love that though.
You do?
I loved it. Yeah.
I love it, but I hope she doesn't pick him.
I know that he's just only fucking with her because he's like, oh, she's bisexual, I can change her.
Yeah.
His little passion project.
Yeah, as soon as he gets her.
But I love her. I love a love square.
As soon as he gets her, he's going to be off it, I think. I think he just likes the chase, and you're right. I think he just likes the project of trying to convert a woman.
Because what do you mean you're picking someone that you've had a 5-minute conversation with? Like, you've had one dinny party?
Dinny.
Remix. Dinner party with her.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're the love of my life.
Yeah.
That's correct vibe to bring to the party because big fan of love bombing. Of course you would be obsessed with me after like 2 minutes. That makes so much sense to me. But like, that's diabolical.
Do you know what though? I feel like that's something that I would do, whereas like I wouldn't like the people that I get matched with, but then someone else would walk in and I'd be like,
you're the love of my life.
Like, imagine being matched with anyone else in that like in that scenario, and then Ari and Nuri walk in.
Yeah.
I would be like, Nuri, you are the love of my life, and I need to be paired with you immediately.
Yeah.
He's just, that brings me to Nuri. Nuri is, I don't think him and Ari are actually going to date past the show because they live in different states, and he's like 26 and she's 30 something.
He also seems very non-committal. Like when Ari's trying to talk about what their life's going to look like outside of the experiment, he's just like, we'll see how it goes. That is not the reassurance I need to be hearing right now.
She took that way better than I would.
But why the fuck up? I'd be like, well, what the fuck are we doing here then?
I would have started crying.
Why are you wasting my time?
Yeah. Like, have an answer.
Yeah.
You should know.
Like, at that point, if that was his response to me, I would be like, okay, this isn't going to be anything outside of this experiment.
Yeah, because why am I going to put effort into someone that doesn't even know if they're going to like me in 3 days' time?
Yeah. Like, I will enjoy my time while I'm here with you, but the minute that those cameras stop rolling, deuces.
Yeah. Yeah. But then, okay, so you could have a Nuri, right? Or you could have what's his face, the clingy guy that's dating Peyton. It starts with a D, I think. Dayton, Dale.
Yeah, Dane.
Let's call him D, right? So Peyton didn't pick him. She was going to, and then she'd called him, and then he was pretending to be like his own fucking PA. It was weird. And so she got the ick, so she picked Jordan, who was just a drop-dead loser. And then D comes into the house halfway through, and he is hot from the get-go. They go on a date, and he's like, I like you. I want to be with you. I want you to be my girlfriend. I'm 100%. Like, I am all about you. Fuck, let's just get married now, in a sense. And she's like, okay, like, I like that you know what you want and that you're sure about me, but let's just cool the brakes for a
Peyton's
second.
from SA.
Who?
Peyton.
Really?
She's a 25, yeah.
Oh.
According to Elle magazine.
Interesting. So then they have the first dinner party with Dee in the whole mix of things, and Peyton's talking to Bernie's matches, and they're like, oh, I don't know, they're complaining about something, and Peyton's like, yeah, that sucks. Basically about like Bernie not putting any effort in. And Dee goes, that's like calling the kettle black to Peyton. And he's like, you're doing that to me. Like, I'm trying really hard, putting my all on the table. And you're like, I don't know about you. And she's like, and then he's like, I would rather be in any other triangle than with you, because you have not made me feel like you want me. And so then that blows up. If I got paired with someone like D and he said that to me, I would be like, I'm going to do you a favor, my dude. You can pack your bags and you can leave, because there is not a chance in hell I'm picking you.
Dante.
Right, okay, close.
Dante.
There's just no way in hell I would ever want to be paired with someone like Dante.
Just very full on from the get-go.
And really pale, chapped lips that look like he has, like, foundation on them.
Being like, I want to date you. I see a future with you. And, like, from the get-go, Peyton's like, oh, I kind of just want to take it slow and just see how things go. Listen. Listen with your ears. Why?
He had decided that before he'd even met her, which was
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy behavior.
Do you know what I also find crazy is that his intensity...
But if, like, if a hot man did that to me, though...
Nah.
I'd be like, yeah, fair. Yeah.
You'd be like, correct.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. But then Dante acting so insane pushed her closer to Jordan.
Yeah, and he's like crying at the dinner party.
Which is crazy because Jordan's a bum-ass loser who showed up with a cape and a mask.
And a finger trap.
And a finger puppet. And she's like, well, Dante's too much. I'm going to default to Jordan. It's like, no. You don't have to pick either of them.
I hope she picks no one, genuinely.
Same.
Like, she's so fucking funny.
Yeah, she's
an absolute vibe. And she's better than both of them.
Jordan's like, hell yeah, Dante coming in's actually helped me. You know, now.
But he was bagging her in the first dinner party. So I'm like, what do you care?
Literally, he was like.
It's a case of like, men only want what other men want.
Yeah.
The minute Dante came in being like, I'm obsessed with Peyton, Jordan's like, competition.
Yeah.
Now it's a challenge.
Yeah. I think also that Jordan would rather get picked and then leave her because he doesn't actually like her than not get picked at all.
Yeah, so true.
And that's why I'm like...
It's dumb fucking Notebook.
That's why I'm like yelling at my TV being like, Peyton, literally do not pick
Linda.
either of them because Dante is going to skin you alive and wear you to the shops, whereas Jordan is going to dump your ass the second the show ends.
Yeah.
It's like point blank.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't, really.
Mike on the show, he needs to be humiliated in public.
Yeah, he very much like it's giving narcissist. Like,
crazy.
I'm never the problem. Everyone else just doesn't understand me.
Yeah.
Just saying the most diabolical things too.
The way that at the dinner party, his response to Chloe, to be honest, rightfully calling out the fact that his new partner, Melissa or whatever, was bagging on the ex without having ever met her. And Chloe was like, well, you're only hearing one side of it.
Yeah.
And it's not true. So I don't think you should be bagging her. And then Mike's response was, oh, Chloe, you're so irritable.
Yeah.
Or so annoying or something like irritating.
Hi, this is Chloe. She's annoying or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when his partner like pulls him up on it the next day, he's like, I did nothing wrong. She's annoying. It's like, I've done.
Kudos to her though for calling out his behavior and being a girl's girl.
Yeah.
Because she was like, from the get-go, she's like, the things that you said to Chloe weren't okay. Like, it's one thing to not get along with her, but why do you have to stoop to that level and like attack her character rather than like the topic of conversation?
Yeah. But
like, why has it got to be personal? Like,
then at the next dinner party, Mike goes up to Chloe and he apologizes to her, as he should have anyway. But he only did it because his partner was like, you need to apologize. And he doesn't want to lose his partner because
he's got no one.
Literally.
The other one left.
And so he apologizes and Melissa, or I think it's Melissa, sees him apologize. And she's like, I'm so proud of him. He made the right choice. Why are we celebrating men doing the bare minimum?
Yeah.
That is crazy. He literally did something only because you told him to. He didn't even mean it. And he had to be asked to apologize is wild. And she's like, wow, what a stand-up guy.
Yeah, I would not get along with Mike. Mike would open the door to me and he'd slam it right in my face. He'd be like, no.
Me and Mike would have screaming matches at the dinner parties.
Yeah, I'd have nothing in common with that man. Wouldn't give him the time of day.
When he first met Melissa and he was like, oh, I got your present, and it's the gym wear set, right? Now, maybe I'm making this up, so this could be just a lie. But I'm pretty sure when everyone moved into the houses, there was like etched, like the gym brand gear. There was like gifts or whatever for each of them in each of the houses. And then he just so happens to gift her an etched gym set. And I'm like, I don't think he organized that at all.
No, God, no. That's a plug.
And then everyone's like, oh, wow, what a great guy.
No, that's like with The Bachelor and how they like say that they organise these dates. No, you didn't. The producers did.
Yeah, like you can't afford to go skydiving.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Whatever.
I will say that in the most recent episode of Love Triangle, when there was that entire ad for Diddy.
Yeah. So obvious.
I was like, why are we watching Peyton book a Diddy Uber? Like,
the product placements are so obvious in love. Like, I get it. You got to pay it somehow. And I love that. Do what you got to do. If it's going to keep my show on, whatever. But, oh my God, it's so obvious.
How do you think you would fare if you went on Love Triangle?
I would love it. I don't know if producers would love me on it.
Okay, talk me through it. Okay, so you're on there and they give you a phone. And they're like, here, you get to text 2 people.
Yeah.
What do you like?
The most diabolical shit. Like, you will not get me to shut the fuck up. Like, I will perform.
Yeah.
I will absolutely perform. It kind of depends on whether I think I would rather be the match.
Yeah.
Rather than the single.
Interesting, because I like it to be all about me.
Like, I don't want to pick. I want to be chosen, but I don't want to pick. And then I like the idea of either being picked and then I'm like, oh, sorry, you're stuck with me forever. Or I come in halfway and I kick the door down and I'm like, ding dong.
Yeah. See, I would rather be the single because I don't want to have to compete and like prove to someone why they should date me.
Baby girl, I am not competing.
Oh, okay.
I'm simply here to raid the fridge and go to my room.
You're just showing up.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I would like, say you get put as the single though.
Yeah, okay.
And they're like, okay, you've got to text these 2 guys.
Yep.
What's your opening line?
I wouldn't go anything boring like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
It would have to be something diabolical.
I would have to, if like I got cast on the show, I would literally need you to pre-write.
I'd need to come up with, yeah. Yeah, I could do like my stock standard good old, like, would you date yourself if you were a girl?
Yeah.
That's a real good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
That would do well on TV. I think my problem also is that like, they'd be like, okay, text these guys. And I'm like, okay, I send them text messages. Maybe like go back and forth a little bit and then I'll be off it. And then I'm like, okay, well, my phone's over here going bing,
yeah,
bing. And it's just a vision of me going like this.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, Caitlin's someone that will have like a 6 icon next to her messages. And I get into her car and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I have no business replying to text messages. It would literally be like the deadline and they're like, Caitlin, you have to pick someone to go on a date with. And I'm like, oh fuck, I haven't replied to their messages from like day 1.
How nerve-wracking though, like texting someone or whatever and then picking someone to go on a date and then actually having to go on the date with them and not knowing what they look like, not knowing who you're looking for. No, it makes my skin crawl.
And it's worse because like you're in public on a date with a film crew on a first date.
I hate taking photos of my food when it gets here, let alone being filmed for an entire date with a stranger that I haven't seen before. That's fucking crazy.
Oh my God. Yuck. And then
I would be sweating profusely.
And then moving in with them.
That's fine.
Really? Nah, that's
you have separate rooms though.
I know, but it still stresses me out. Like if I moved, okay, so say I went on the show and I had like match A and B and I
wonder where they film.
Melbourne. Is Melbourne or Sydney?
I would love Melbourne.
Yeah. And then they're like, okay, so I pick B, move into the house with B. Like it's the next morning, day 1. And I'm like, and he's like, I don't know how to cook.
Oh.
I'd actually go into his room, pack up his suitcase, and I'd be like, here you go. You're going to need this one because you're not fucking staying here,
I'd be
mate.
like, well, we can't both not cook.
Oh.
So
we'll starve.
Yeah. It's a Mexican standoff now.
I would honestly spend the first day figuring out which basic adult tasks this man can't do. And if you can't
that should be your opening question.
Which domestic duties are you incapable of
How
doing?
are we splitting domestic duties?
Yeah. Oh my God. And if I get, all right, and then they reply and they're like, okay, so you're going to be doing like the washing and the dishes and like everything inside. And then he's like, I'll take out the bins and do the lawns. Guess what? Guillotine.
Yeah. No. Blocked.
Are you kidding me?
Blocked.
Absolutely fucking not. I'm not stacking and unstacking the dishwasher. I fucking hate doing that.
I'm fine cleaning. I just need someone that can cook or else I will die.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I agree. I would rather clean than cook.
Yeah,
100%.
I can't cook. No.
Okay, you get paired with a gym bro and the only thing he eats is like steamed chicken.
Oh my God, I
with
come out of
broccoli.
it hot and skinny. Slay.
Yeah, but no taste buds.
Slay. If he's cooking, no, like you don't understand. If someone's cooking for me, I don't care what it is. It's
Really?
fine. Yeah.
You know the meme of like, it's like the full edited thing of Mariah Carey and it's like so like snatched.
That's me.
That's you.
That's
At
me
the last
leaving the
dinner party.
experiment. Yeah. Yeah. I finally hit my... It's so dramatic, Nikki. Yeah, no. I would thrive if I was with a gym bro. I reckon he would fucking hate it because I'd be complaining the whole time. But I'd go to gym, I'd get my meals cooked for me. Slay.
Okay. No, that wouldn't work for me.
Go on a fun little walk to get coffee.
Yeah, but that's an activity that I only want to do with my friends.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I wouldn't want to go to the gym with my partner.
Like, if you were made to film, then I would also have to take 4 weeks off work, figure out where you're staying, hire an Airbnb near you so that we can hang out still.
Yeah, I would sneak you into my house.
Yeah.
Right? And like, okay, so the first day, the camera crew comes in and they capture me waking up and you're in my bed.
It's both of us in the room. Yeah.
It's like this big cheating scare.
Yeah.
And it's just a vision of like us going to Pilates and going to coffee. And they're like,
me coughing in your face.
and they're like, oh, are you going on a date with any of the guys? And I'm like,
No.
why? No.
Well, yeah, why would I do that?
Why?
That's crazy.
That seems like a waste of time.
Yeah.
So I think I really want us to go on Love Triangle.
We could apply. Like, I mean, imagine if we like say this and then we actually get on. Would that not be the most funniest thing in the world?
That would be my dream. Of all the dating shows, this is the one we should go on.
Oh my God, I would make such a fucking ass out of myself.
I would love the dinner parties.
Oh yeah.
But I've already decided. Okay, so I've been thinking about this a lot because I'm convinced that we're going on Love Triangle. Okay.
Yeah.
If I went on Love Triangle, I'm not drinking at the parties. Because can you imagine?
Oh no, you're just barking at everyone.
Imagine.
Trying to bite the producers.
Okay, I have a few too many and I am barking. I'm biting people.
There's no one to protect you.
There's
Yeah, that's
a
risky.
side of me
That's risky business.
that can't be on national television. No, I wouldn't drink. I would be on
Best behavior.
Coca-Cola only, soft drinks.
Yeah.
I would be chewing through that food though.
The what?
Chewing through that food. Like plate me the fuck
Free
up.
food. Shut the fuck up.
People would be asking me questions
Shut
and
up.
I wouldn't be listening because I'm literally
Can't
just
talk,
shoveling
eating,
fucking food in my mouth. I feel like I would like to stir the pot.
Yeah.
I don't want my own drama. I've got 4 weeks off work. I've got nothing else to do except for listen to two men just fucking drone on and on.
Living with two
on.
men.
Oh.
That's insane.
We get to a dinner party and there's other couples having issues.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm putting fuel on that fire.
Ding ding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, but didn't you say this and this about this person in private?
Absolutely speak my mind. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would want to go on it and be in it at the same time as someone like Mike.
Yeah.
I'm ready to fight.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? The odds are ever in your favour.
Yeah, they
Because
are.
when have men ever been decent?
You know what? You raise a good point. There is 100% chance that we would go on there and just, it would be not about us finding dates and more about us humbling men.
Yeah.
All right, sign us up. I want to go on it.
Yeah.
What else did we watch? We went to the movies.
We went to the movies.
Our favourite activity in all the lands.
Oh my God. And you know what? What a movie to watch, really. Oh my God, I didn't put it on my letterbox. You talk. I'm busy cooking.
We went to the movies and we saw Warfare. Now, Warfare is based on a true story about this American Navy SEALs platoon in Iraq in 2006. And they like set up in this house and they get ambushed by the jihads and then they need to like try and get out of there, right? Now, I love a war combat movie anyway, right? Love it. I've always been very fascinated in like military vehicles, artillery, weapons, all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not saying like let's all go buy fucking M16s and take them to schools like they do in America, but big fan of it in like the context of like it's just fascinating, right? And this movie really delivered. Best thing about the movie, hands down, is that it's only 90 minutes long.
Oh, it was such a well-timed movie.
Yes. Well-timed, well-paced. Casting, stacked.
When did we watch it?
Last Sunday.
The 4th?
Yeah, May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes. Massively stacked cast. So many hotties throughout. And at first, the movie, it's like a little bit slow because they're having to be quiet and they're having to like get into this house and they're setting up and they're just like patrolling, but they can't make noises because then people will know that they're there. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can sit through a whole movie where there's like no talking and it's silent and whatever. But then it ramps the fuck up. And I'm
not kidding, guys. I've never been more fucking stressed in my life. Like, oh my God. Oh my...
when
the gasp I gaped.
Yeah, when the like explosion happened,
Oh,
I
my
literally
God.
saw you and Mum jump 6 feet out of your chest.
I saw the grenade come in and I was like, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah, when they threw the grenade into the room, cinema silent beside the movie, and all you hear is Danica go,
Shit! Grenade!
down,
Fuck.
underneath the desk.
Oh my God.
I can't. Oh my God! Imagine being in a room and then fucking a grenade pops in. There's not thoughts going through that mind of yours.
I'm just looking at it like...
Oh my God. And then, like, I don't want to spoil things, but like there's one scene. So this explosion happens and then they're trying to bring the injured inside because it's that whole like no man left behind thing, and they're dragging that one guy
God.
and his leg is like shredded to ribbons.
Oh my God.
And it gets like wedged around, like it like hooks around the corner of this wall, and then it
like,
gets stuck.
legs are not meant to go in that direction.
It's not funny, but I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
The comedic timing of like his
yeah.
leg is just hooked,
Yeah.
and then
I was convinced he was just going to continue dragging the body because I thought that guy was dead.
yeah, period. And then, oh my God, there was another fun. Like, I don't know if it was meant to be funny, but it kind of was, where Joseph Quinn's character, he's like losing his mind, and then the second platoon come in and they're like, I think it was just the first platoon. I don't know. Someone goes, we've got 2 severely injured.
Oh yeah.
And he sits up
he's
and
like,
he goes,
who's the second guy?
He's like, am I one of the severely injured? And the guy's like, nah, dude, you're fine.
He's like, we're not even worried about you. I'm worried about me. All right, calm the fuck down. It's not about you.
Meanwhile, Joseph Quinn is
He's fucked up. He's actually fucked up.
So fucked up. Oh,
Nah, it was such a good movie.
it was.
It was so fucking intense. So intense.
I reckon for a movie that's only like really focusing on like 24 hours. It is so, like, I was never bored. I was never like, oh my God.
It was fucking insane.
And just, it's
Fucking
so
insane.
graphic and gory. And, like, this is apparently, like, named the most realistic combat.
And I feel that. I felt like I was there in that room with them. Oh my God.
One of my favorite bits, when the fighter jet would come down to, like,
So
bring up all the
loud.
dust and, like, so that they could, like, veil themselves in all the dust.
So loud.
Love that.
Oh my God.
That was incredible. Honestly, even if you're not, like, a big war person, this is an incredible movie.
Yeah.
So fucking good. I would go watch this again.
Yeah. Oh, in a heartbeat.
I've
Yeah.
been, like, pestering Pat and Heath at work. I'm like, we should go and watch it. And Pat's like, okay, when do you want to go watch it? And this was, like, on Tuesday. And I'm like, well, I'm free tomorrow. And Pat's like, you have a job. You have work tomorrow.
We
and I was like,
employ
well,
you.
we could just go to the movies instead.
That's really your lunch break.
Yeah, actually, when you put it like that, if I just
Yeah.
put an extra half an
Yeah.
hour in that
That's
day.
your lunch break.
Yeah, okay. Well, I need to revisit this conversation with Pat. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Like, I gave it 5 stars on
I gave
Letterboxd.
it 5 stars on Letterboxd too.
Yeah, so good. What else have you watched?
I think that's it. Oh, I watched 4 seasons on Netflix. I lied.
Oh, yeah?
It's about this group of, how many are there? 1, 2, 3. There must be 4 of them. Yeah, 4 couples. And they're in like their later stages of life. They're not super
They're
old.
like in their 50s and
Yeah,
you're like, oh,
latest-
they're dead.
Later stages. Not like, yeah, they're not old, but they're like not young either.
Yeah.
And it's got like Tina Fey, Will Ferrell. No, not Will Ferrell. I'm making that up. Steve Carell. Steve Carell. Oh, what's that guy's name?
Colman Domingo.
Thank you. Now, while we're on him, I loved his character, and more so I loved his style in this.
He is like that in real life
His
too.
outfits, such a slay.
He's
He can
so cool.
wear a fisherman beanie.
Yeah.
Oh, what a man.
He's such a cool guy.
So fucking cool. Anyway, it kind of follows these 4 couples through the 4 seasons, like the actual seasons, not the hotels. And like they kind of plan like a group trip for every season. So like one's like a ski lodge trip, another one they're going to like this island, like, you know.
Yeah.
And it kind of like follows them through their stages of life. And anyway, I'm not going to spoil it because in case people want to watch it. It was all right. It was an easy watch. Like I easily slammed through it in like a day and a bit.
Yeah.
Was it life-changing? No.
Was it entertaining though?
Was it funny in moments? Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
It was okay.
I've heard really like mid reviews on it.
Yeah, it's nothing to like sing home about,
Like
but I didn't hate it.
Yeah, okay. All right. Fair enough. I've watched
I'd give it, yeah, maybe like a 2.5, 3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode on like just the first episode. I think it's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I went, I don't give a fuck about middle-aged people's problems.
Yeah. The first episode does kind of ring you in because like one of the couples wants to like get a divorce and they're like, what do you mean? You've been together for like 25 years. It's crazy. But yeah.
Like they're on the boat or whatever, and Steve Carell's wife,
Can't get back up.
and
That's
he's
me.
like, just try, and she's like, I don't want to try.
Yeah, me as fuck. And how she's like in bed just playing like Farmville or whatever. I'm like, that's so Caitlin with Monopoly.
I know. And then he's like saying like he's like not happy about it, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just go fuck myself.
It's like
then.
a full circle moment because like later on in the series you find him and he's in bed playing the same game on his iPad and she's like out with like her boyfriend or whatever, like at the ski resort.
Oh my god.
And yeah, role reversal.
Yeah, when he was like
ooh.
when he was like shitting on her about it, I was like, okay, I guess none of my hobbies interest people then.
Just say you're a hater.
Yeah, 2.5 stars, 3 stars. That's rough.
Yeah, like it was alright. I think like they all kind of took turns in writing some of the episodes as well.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah.
I like the idea of couples like who are all friends going on holidays together.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Real cute.
Yeah. I mean, that's us without that baggage, I guess.
Yeah.
But I like it. I watched Midsummer, the 2019 movie with Florence Pugh in it, and I was like,
6-year-old movie.
guys, you have to hear about this
one.
one.
Heard of this actress, this breakthrough actress, Florence Pugh?
I reckon Florence Pugh is one of my favorite actresses.
Really?
I really like her. I've never not liked her in anything I've seen her in. I think she's just such a cool person.
Yeah.
Like, I look at her and I see her in interviews and I'm like, fuck, I wish I was as cool as you are. So I watched Midsummer because I was like, I don't know, I saw a TikTok, I've heard about it a lot, and I'm like, everyone raves about this film, I'm going to watch it. So it's about like Florence Pugh's character. She goes through something super traumatic at the start, and her boyfriend and his college friends are all going to Sweden because one of the friends is from Sweden. And she last minute tacks onto their trip, and they go and visit his, like where he comes from. Turns out he comes from a commune in the middle of Sweden.
Slay.
And they're like, okay, like this is fine, this is fun, this is normal. Turns out the commune's a cult, and the cult has like, they're doing this like the Midsummer festival thing. It's meant to be like 7 or 9 nights or something like this. And just the most insane shit happens, from like human sacrifices to like weird sex, like things happen and people go missing, and it's pretty batshit crazy. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know what I expected from the movie. I think, you know what? I think
the guy in the bear suit got absolutely what he deserved at the end.
Oh, 100%.
But for the most part, I was kind of bored. I don't know.
That's what I think.
I didn't like Midsummer. Bearing in mind, I've only watched it once, and I watched it when it came out. But
no need to brag.
No, some of us are up to date. No, it's definitely not me. But like, because this is the guy, Ari Aster, I think his name is.
Okay.
Who has done like Hereditary. He's done like all of these like short films. They're available on YouTube. They are fucking cooked. Like in the most like taboo fucking mind fucking sort of way, right?
Yeah.
So you're expecting something absolutely diabolical, right? Going into this, I'm sat edge of my seat. I'm like, this is gonna be fucking killer. I'm waiting. Looking at my watch. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Those old people. Whatever happens to them, happens to them.
Crazy, but whatever.
I'm like, oh, waiting. And then it's Florence Pugh smiling at the end in flowers. And I'm like, and then the credits roll. And I'm like, where's the film?
That is exactly how I felt watching the film.
Where's the film that I was promised?
Are we fucked because like them, like the thing that happens to the old people, the bear suit, even like the pube in the pie, like that, we're watching that and we're like, even like the butterfly thing in the chicken.
I'm sure like from an artistic, if you analyzed it, it would be this thought-provoking, crazy, symbolic, whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't think I'm smart enough to understand the deeper meaning behind it, and I also don't care to be.
It was too artsy. I love full-on gruesome, scary things.
Like, I loved Hereditary.
Interesting.
See, that was insane for me.
Okay, so Mark and I went and saw Hereditary in cinema.
Just because it was so camp.
It was so dumb.
Everyone naked at the end in the treehouse.
I didn't understand that.
Hilarious. The dad catching on fire mid fucking argument. Camp.
The head like in the pole when she's driving.
That I have never been more shocked by a film in my entire life.
Okay, so this is what happened when me and Mark went to see Hereditary in cinema. So her being decapitated out of the car happened. We're laughing. Yeah. Okay. The mum scurrying across the roof.
Like a spider.
I am hysterically crying. Not crying, laughing. I'm like, this is the fucking funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. And then the naked people at the end, again, to me, Hereditary is a comedy movie.
Oh, it was so good. I loved it.
I don't know if I would say that, but I wouldn't
No,
watch it
really
again.
enjoyed it.
I need to watch maybe his other stuff.
You should watch the shorts on YouTube. They're like production value.
Yeah.
Like you can tell that it's his earlier stuff, but the storylines of them
Okay. Okay.
off camera, off camera I need to tell you about one, and it's actually so fucked
No,
up.
don't tell me because I'll go home and I'll watch it and then we can talk about it on the pod.
I need to find out what it's called actually.
And we'll watch it. So yeah, Midsummer was like, yeah, I don't know. But like artsy films get so much fucking hype about them and it's just not for me. I'm not here to appreciate nuances. I'm here to be entertained.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it was...
It's called The Strange Thing About the Johnsons.
Okay, I'll watch it tonight.
And everyone, it's on YouTube. If you want to...
How long do you reckon it goes for, roughly?
I can tell you right now.
My guess is like 45 minutes.
Oh, no, way shorter than that. It's
really?
like 10, 15 minutes max. Yeah, it's short.
We should watch it on this afterwards.
If you want.
That's it that I've been watching Vanderpump Rules. I'm so addicted to Bravo TV. And that's it really.
Hell yeah.
You want to talk about what you've been reading?
No, I can't be bothered now.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
I love that you're gatekeeping what
It
you're
doesn't
reading.
matter.
We can talk about it
super
next
great.
week.
Yeah, it's fine. I need to gatekeep my content for the weeks that I don't have anything to talk about, which is every week. So
Well, I think that's it, folks. We're reading Ministry of Time for book
I
club.
finished that today.
Oh, okay. I haven't, so shut your mouth.
Yeah, okay.
But I am enjoying it. I need to. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Yeah,
is
okay.
just sit down and read.
Yeah.
I am really... Did you enjoy it? Don't tell me anything else. Did you enjoy it?
Do you want me to give you my rating?
No. Just did you enjoy it? Yes or no?
Meh.
Oh, all right, guys.
Neither, Your Honour.
All right, and that's it. We're going to end on a fucking low note, folks.
Love you, bye.
Bye.